What the fuck? Oh, Polyester. Coming in here in 1 second, kids. 1 second. Right.
Yo, bro.
Yo, bro. We are live. We are live.
Oh, cool.
We are live. I didn't think we'd get this many fables, but we did. We did. We got people.
Just sent mine. Did you see it?
I did. Well, I can't wait to talk about it. We're going to talk about it here. Just 1 second. I just need to fix one thing, and I'll be right back. Everyone's joining here, but we are live. We are live, but we'll be back in 1 second, and then we'll really get live in just 1 second. 1 second, everybody.
Hey, how's my mic tonight?
It sounds a little muffled. Muffled. Oh, well, keep talking.
Was it better than last week? If it's better than last week, I'll roll with it. If not, I'll go. Okay, we'll go back.
I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good.
I'm just looking at I can the wifey's not here, so I don't have to have the headphone, have the Bluetooths and all that going on.
Hell yeah! Time to get it out.
Yeah, Schlegel's gonna love this one. Though I've added a little production value to my camera.
Oh my god, you got dual angles.
Yeah, it's I think it'll be a good one. I just gotta make sure I'm not fucking around with it too much.
That's amazing.
So
did you do a Fable, Danny?
I did. I turned it in.
Hell yeah.
I did. I just sent it to it was on a Google Doc. I just shared it with Michael.
Very cool.
He's probably the Hawks or the Wings are about to. Yeah, he's probably just finishing this game that ends in 50 seconds.
Oh my god. I'm behind on my Mary Worth. I got to find some comments.
Oh, that's it. I hope he wasn't planning on watching this later, but
yeah. Well, we can count on Schlegel to keep us all waiting to our hockey game. That doesn't matter.
Especially when they're 2 goals behind with a minute left, and then Dallas just scored with an open net. So I'm sure Schlegel's just so happy right now.
Gurky, did you do a Fable?
I just finished my Fable. I just sent it to him. I feel pretty good about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was last week. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come up with a Fable, but I did, and it's stupid, but it's funny.
Well, so I hadn't come up with one until Schlegel texted and said you have 5 minutes to get it in, and then I started with my moral, and then wrote the Fable backwards from there. So you'll see.
It's like a detective writer. Start with
yeah,
ending first and work backwards.
Yeah. So I think it turned out. And if it didn't, it's all right. Not everything can turn out. Sometimes I do shops. Sometimes I don't.
Sometimes I shop. Sometimes I Fable. Sometimes I do neither.
All right. Well, Should we just do the show tonight? Should we go live? Can we go live?
Yeah. What's point of order? You had the song.
Ordah!
You can just sing it.
All right. Here we go. You guys ready?
Oh. He's
All
here.
right, I'm here.
How did that hockey game end, man?
Fuck off. Garbage.
I was just giving them the updates on it.
Oh, it's the worst. All right, here we go. Time for Polyester Blend Live. Oh boy. By the way, if you want, I'm gonna try to pull up whatever imagery you guys had in your fables, whatever animal. I'm going to try to get a picture of. But if you had illustrations, by all means, send them my way. Some might think that's cheating. I did not, because I definitely have illustrations. Not many. All right, gentlemen, let's do this properly. It's time for another Polyester Blend Live. KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 MHz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence.
I love
Before
Utah.
we get to the live broadcast, let us see what's on the Polyester Blend Network and KTRD schedule tonight. At 11 p.m., KTRD Sports presents Thanksgiving Food Final. We finally end this battle. The following is a presentation of KTRD Sports. It's been 2 weeks since Thanksgiving, and most leftovers are gone. But here at Polyester Blend, there's nothing but leftovers. Leftover food competition. Let's recap where we're at with Thanksgiving food playoffs. Coach Ryan Schlegel thought he had an early advantage, but lost that in a devastating blow. An unbelievable upset has taken place in Polyester Blend. Mashed potatoes loses. Coach Bradford didn't want to get ahead of himself and had this to say at the press conference.
Stressful, yes. Exciting, yes. Dramatic, yes. So I think it's a winning format.
And those voting, you poly heads, have nothing but amazing insights.
I like a good food. I like a food that you can slather.
Things even got heated away from the field. Listen,
Have a vote for best overall team.
mechanism that takes your long hair and chops it down, you little hippie. Also make sure that you find the boot right up your ass. Tonight's the night. We will crown who is Thanksgiving food champion here on the battlefield of KTRD State. That's what's on KTRD tonight after Polyester Blend, our flagship show. As we say here on KTRD, we drop the goods. But first, some inspirational words.
Utah, what a pity. Peace out. Rock and roll. Tick-tock. Time to rock.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand
I like a
that?
food that you can slather.
I love Utah.
So do I.
And you're...
I want you to put the chicken fingers down.
Put the chicken fingers down. Put your earbuds in. Lock in. We got a big one here tonight. One of my friends already betrayed me. I'll get into that. But those who are here, you did not betray. You know where to be on a Monday. You know where you want to be when you get old-style storytelling done by mediocre writers. It's time for another Polyester Blend Live! Sure. Oh, we're cooking big time now. We got a great yeah. No sing along time. Ryan Bradford, all right, McMahon.
Yo, everybody.
From the Aesop loving capital of Southern California, San Diego. How are you, my friend?
I am fantastic. Yeah, the Fable capital of the world. Actually, at least California.
I mean, Ryan, is there let's get rid of that. Is there any outdoor festivals that you've been to? Fable festivals out in San Diego, by the way?
No, we just, all our Fables are mostly aquatic based. Dolphins, whales, sharks, sea otters. So we'll see. Well, I'm trying to put a new spin. Trying to bring the land animal into the San Diego repertoire.
They need it. I'm sick of them sitting back, always enjoying their water, aquatic-based animals. Speaking of sitting back, this guy always sits back in illegal places he shouldn't be. Starting the show early this week with us. Gurky, are you with us?
I am here.
Now, again, with this illegal household that you're in, I mean, when are you going to stop, buddy? You're going to get caught. You're going to get caught.
Until I'm living at large until they catch me. So I'm dog sitting this week, so you might get some dogs in it.
Is a dog the theme of your anamorphic animal for your Fable?
It is not, but I'm not going to give you any spoilers. It's just not a dog.
I love it. I can't believe it. I thought every single one of you would have chickened out on Fable Night. I think former failed treasure hunter, successful quiz writer, was once. I think he chickened out, but this guy never chickens out. In fact, he's slowly taking over the Clayton share because here we are another week and Clayton's not here on time. You know who is here on time is our good friend Danny Wood. Danny, are you with us?
Cheers.
God damn it, I love it. You're sounding good. Everyone's sounding.
Excellent.
Second camera. Do you see, people? It's a gross thing you're wearing. But do you see what you can do, you guys? Do you see what Danny's figuring out? You all can have your other cameras. It doesn't just have to be the Schlagster.
It works out really well. Like, it's nice.
By the way, notice, second week in a row, chairless. No chair. No chair. No chair. Standing. That's what I do for polyheads. I don't sit down. I stand. And attention. We have so much to get through. You saw KTRD. This is interesting. I mean, we've never had this happen, Ryan, in the history of the show. We'll end early, and KTRD will start its broadcast. KTRD Sports will start after Polyester Blend. So, it's that thing, Ryan, sometimes as a kid, and it's happening again now that they're back on antenna television, but you'll be like wanting to sit down and watch Jeopardy, but then your regularly scheduling program has to get the boot because it's sports time, Ryan, and that's what's happening here tonight.
Oof.
I know. We'll deal with it, but that's okay. I mean, I think we all all of us might be involved in it, so I think we'll all be okay here, Ryan. But Ryan, we talked about it earlier. It was a young boy's dream playing poker one night when he thought of fables, and he was like, God, how hard is a fable to write? And that fateful poker night, it was like, why don't we do that on Polyester Blend? That was about 2 weeks ago, and it's come to be, Ryan. Your thoughts? I mean, I don't know if you want to get into how you almost said your Fable would have been chicken out yesterday. I felt like you were trying to get out of it, Ryan. I felt like you were trying to get out of it.
No, I'm very excited for Fable Night.
Okay.
I was just concerned of the sheer amount of content that we got to get through tonight because we gotta conclude the very epic journey of the Thanksgiving food playoffs.
Yes.
We got to do the Fables, which I assume that's no easy footing there. Like we got to spend some time on these Fables.
Absolutely.
And then I was thinking like trying to fit a cities quiz into that. We're talking an old school 3.5 hour show.
We're out. No quiz this week, Ryan. Danny might have some small quizzes, but we're not doing Utah City's quiz. That's pushed to next week. We'll also get into what next week will be. I'm excited about next week. Oh man, even Jeremy Matthews wrote one. He's got a Fable coming. Who's going to judge? We're going to have an impartial judge here tonight. Maybe Clayton, because God knows Clayton's not going to write this one. Maybe we can get Pat to come and judge. But here's what I would say, Ryan. We're going to do Utah City's quiz next week. We're going to do the wonderful Mary's Worth, Ryan's Comics Corner. Push that to next week. Okay, it's gone. And Ryan, I was gonna cut Point of Order, but there was a big story that dropped, and I did some deep dive, and I got to go over it. In fact, Ryan, we got to get to it right now. It's time for Point of Order, Ordah, where we look at some hyper local news. Ryan, let us go to it.
Order!
Ordah, people, Ordah. A little bit of order in this world. We look at some hyper-local news. Gotta get going. Can't be held back, Ryan. We must go. But there are a couple things I wanted to bring up. Ryan, first of all, this is late breaking news. Breaking news here. Ryan, we've talked about this character before. Sorry, this is just clearly me wasting time. But remember this guy, Brandon Fugel? He's the guy who owns Skinwalker Ranch and has that reality show.
Oh, okay.
We've talked about this guy in the show. He's a big realtor, commercial realtor. You see his name all over. Big wig. And I saw these characters here. And I was like, he always posts like people he's hanging out with. And he's had some heavy hitters we think we've talked about in the show. But I was like, what is this couple situation here, my friend? This is next level. You know what I mean? Right? Sequence pants going on for the couple on the left. Brandon's on the right. I mean, the whole outfit thing situation. Ryan.
That's a Rob Zombie thing the dude has going on.
Jess Mar, I forget. I'll look at his name here in a second. But Ryan, I had to look this guy up. He says the name of this guy. Ryan, who do you think this guy is? Who, if you were to guess, Ryan?
He's probably Rob Zombie.
Oh.
We're doing a different name.
Danny, any thoughts on who this guy on the left might be hanging out with? Brandon Fugel, local giant realtor, owner of Skinwalker Ranch.
Shit. I feel the guy like runs a Christian rock band.
It's a great guess. Gurky, any thoughts on the guy on the left, who that is?
Those are two terrific guesses. I am going to guess Jared from Subway.
Recently out of prison, whole new outfit. He had to go a different fashion sense. Guys, don't you know who that is? It's the voice of Wacko from the Animaniacs.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes, that guy's a voice actor. He is also the Jess Harnell. He's also the host, the main narrator of American's Funniest Home Videos for about 20 plus years is who that guy is.
Oh my God. Wait, switch between those two photos. Like,
yeah.
How, look at his perm in that one, and then look at his tongue in that one.
Here we go.
And then straight hair in that.
Oh, sorry. That's not him. That's his character.
It is sort of like Weird Al to Rob Zombie, right? I thought the Rob Zombie guess was pretty solid, and yeah, that first one is definitely Weird Al.
It's definitely Weird Al. It's just what a world we live in, kids. What a world we live in, where our Skinwalker Ranch local celebrity is hanging out with the voice of Wacko. And
he did America's Funniest Home Video.
What about it?
Did you say he did America's Funniest Home Video?
He did. He very much did. I mean, that's basically what that show is.
Have you seen the things been going around the TikToks lately about how the original theme song was a hit ska tune?
Now, see, Danny, you're going to have to be the voice and ears in our TikTok world, all right? So if there's a TikTok we need to see, please send it to me. I have no concept.
During the breaks, look up the original America's Funniest Home Video theme song. It's like a hit ska song.
Oh, shit. So why do we have to? Okay, we can't get distracted. We must keep going. But yes,
sorry. Go ahead.
Put a note on that.
Wait, I have one question.
Yes.
Is that comfy grandma's couch on his right arm? Is that a Skinwalker?
Easy. I don't know what's going on there. All right. Who knows what's happening right now?
I think that's the voice of Dot, right?
I think you're right. I think it's the entire Animaniacs family all hanging out here. Anyway, Ordah, just couldn't believe that. That was breaking news. Breaking news. I'm gonna skip the next one and let's just go right into the main business here. People, Ryan, you're from out. You don't live here any longer, but you're a guy who's been a part of Utah and its past. And Ryan, there's a TPOS, one of our total piece of shit Hall of Fame members, has gone through a transition this week, and really we'll be going through it at the end of the year. But Ryan, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but let me set it up this way, Ryan. Here is the previous two attorney generals of the state of Utah. We'll go to Mark Shurtleff. I don't know if you remember Mark Shurtleff. He was, while you were here, Ryan, January 1st of 2001 to 2013. This was your attorney general here. Left in disgrace, Ryan. Criminal misconduct. Left in disgrace. Okay?
Ooh, okay.
His replacement, John Swallow. Unfortunate name, we all know. Replaced him. Was only there for what, a year? Less than a year? Again,
sounds
Ryan,
like he sucks.
Under investigation.
I bet nobody's ever made that joke.
That very good, Ryan. He definitely sucked because he got hard arrested. I mean, just gnarly stuff, Ryan. And then Ryan, who is our current attorney general who is a part of the Total Piece of Shit Hall of Fame. Ryan, do you remember? Do you remember who it is?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Buddy, of course, it's our good friend Sean Reyes.
Oh, Sean Reyes, yes.
Sean Reyes. And this week, Ryan, after something we talked about here on Polyester Blend and some other guy I know did some actual professional work on it, getting paid to do it, doing the God's work. It came to the conclusion, Ryan, Sean Reyes said on Friday in an announcement, he will not be seeking re-election as state attorney general because of his connection to, of course, OUR, the Underground Railroad, the people, the sex trafficking, Ryan, that we talked about, Tim Ballard, this guy, his connections. There's too hot, too close connected, Ryan. But I couldn't get enough.
What was the name of that movie?
What was it, Gurky?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
That's right. Sound of Freedom.
Listen, the Sound of Freedom is the doors opening to that movie theater. You know, after the end of the movie, Ryan, that's the Sound of Freedom, right? You don't have to be stuck in there anymore. But here's the deal. So, Ryan, he announces, and the best thing about it, Ryan, he says he's going to announce via his YouTube channel. Okay, Ryan? And I was like, well, as a fellow YouTube friend here, I got to do a deep dive. And there is a whole Friends of Reyes channel. Okay, Ryan? A YouTube channel, 80 subscribers. I mean, mark all of those subscribers down and go get them right now. Go get the paddy wagon, arrest these subscribers. But Ryan, I had to look through some of his videos. This is still on his channel. This is from 3 years ago, but Ryan, this is just kind of like how great Sean Reyes is. All these people are being interviewed. Still up on his YouTube channel,
He loves
Ryan.
the people of Utah, and he works nonstop for the safety and security of Utah.
God has worked hand in hand with the Trump administration in all these areas.
Tim Ballard, still the approval, still up on the Friends of Sean Reyes, still up there. Gotta love that. Ryan, this is the penultimate video. This is the one right before the last, seemingly last. I love this one so much, Ryan, because it's from Newsmax. This is Sean Reyes put this up, okay? He put this up. And listen closely, Ryan, at the, what mark is it? I think it's the 13-second mark. Ryan, he put this up on his channel, okay? This guy introduces him. Here we go.
Or funding to Hamas. So here to talk about it is Kansas Attorney General Sean Reyes. Appreciate.
You hear that, Ryan?
Hamas? Wait, Hamas? Wait.
States AG to investigate and prosecute organizations that provide aid or funding to Hamas. So here to talk about it is Kansas Attorney General Sean.
Kansas Attorney General. The best part about it, right? Goes on for a second here, goes on here, and then
up there on the legal front and getting this thing done.
Thanks so much. First of all, just really quickly, I represent the great state of Utah.
He gets his big shot on Newsmax. He wants to clip it, put it on his own thing. No, not the Kansas.
First off.
Oh. I love hot dogs.
Listen, Ryan, that is that penultimate video. Anyway, these are his videos. But Ryan, here it is. I'm not going to play all of it. I just had a couple of clips I want to go through. Special announcement. By the way, that graphic is very Polyester Blood. That's something I would whip up right before the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, like just a little like a shadow underneath. Clearly the backdrop. But Ryan, bold choice.
I'm Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes.
Bold choice, Ryan. Going with the green screen, my friend. Going with the green screen. Didn't have any books wherever he was, wherever this production was going on, Ryan. Also, Ryan, I couldn't help but notice it is 2023. We've talked about the new state flag. He goes with the old flag, Ryan. And we've covered here on Polyester Blend that, of course, the old state flag has become this like battle cry for these old Republic, these right wingers who are like, the new one's too woke, whatever that fucking means. But anyway, Ryan, your thoughts so far on the green screen move? Couldn't find just get a classic backdrop. Maybe the green screen was the right move. I don't know, Ryan, your thoughts so far?
I mean, yeah, I think that's probably, you're correct in that the old flag is kind of signifier to his audience.
That's what I'm saying.
But it also could just be like, we can't find a current photo to green screen, so we're just gonna use this one.
And I'm like, listen, we could have done this in the Schledio, Sean. I mean, this could be a business. Anytime a politician wants to resign in disgrace, I'm happy to shoot it. I'm happy to do it right here in the Schledio. This could be ground zero for any disgraced politician.
Dude, that would be a great business endeavor. Like, I make videos for disgraced politicians. You're going to get mediocre quality, but it's not going to be that expensive.
It's not going to be that. Yeah, we're not talking the cream of the cream, but it'll look good. It'll be decent. It'll happen. Danny, your thoughts so far on losing the Attorney General? I mean, are you sad about this?
Man, this is a good day for Danny. Since it's a good day for Utah. Yeah,
I agree. It's a good one. There's a couple things I wanted to point out here. This part I liked at 340 real quick. Won't go through the whole thing, but there's just a couple moments I wanted to highlight. Kind of throws the state under the bus right here.
Right away from big fights, suing giants like Google, Apple, Meta, TikTok, and others, and that's just in the tech space alone. When I became AG in 2013, Utah was failing in the human trafficking fight. But thanks to your help and the support of the legislature and many other partners, Utah has become a national and global leader in the fight.
I feel like with him bringing up the trafficking, and this is what got him in trouble. And I like that.
This is the pivot to Q right there.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I need a new career.
Mm-hmm. But I just like that.
Talking about all the
you are
trafficking he stopped with his bare hands. Dude.
Exactly. Now, yeah, it's a.
Is there any data? Is there anything that's showing that's like Utah has stopped the trafficking because of XYZ? But the thing is, like, no, there's none. It's just.
Well, I'm going to ask a question for our friend here later on, because I know he's done some things. The last thing I wanted to bring up, I wanted to go through his hands, but we don't have time for that. I just read he has weird hand movements for the rest of it. Like when he goes to clasp his hands and then return them. Here it is right here. Let me just show you this. It's just I guess it's hard to do in a video and all this stuff. But he has his hands, he has them together, and when he releases them to bring them back to the edge of the podium,
to get back to clients and law partners. I've accomplished nearly every...
Just a real slow, I didn't like that. It was way too slow and measured, hands coming. I mean, this is nitpicking here. I mean, this
time to get back to clients.
Not a bad person for this. I'm just saying, it's just, boom. Oh,
everything I came to do as AG.
A little too slow, not to my liking. The final thing here I wanted to say, and this was interesting. I will say, he pointed this out, and I don't know how true this is, Greg, to back it up. But he said he was the first statewide minority to be voted in on a statewide level, which is in the history of Utah, which is pretty amazing. I mean, the fact that happened. And it leads me to this. There's a guy here. I'm not going to talk about what he does in his day job, but I'm just going to say this. Gerke, give me like 2 things that he did really well. Go ahead and say it. You can do it. It's okay. It's all right. This is a safe zone, okay? It's a safe zone.
2 things he did really well. Rap. You heard him rap?
We did play his rap. We did play his rap early on. That's true.
So have you seen him in the OUR bulletproof vest?
Yes, we did. That was our Photoshop a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Is that,
I'm trying to think of it.
Gerke,
he looks pretty buff. I mean, he keeps in shape. That's probably
he is
a good thing he's doing.
Have you seen the movie scene he wrote where he plays the former MMA fighter turned attorney general?
Is that in Sound of Freedom?
I'm sure he'll be a successful.
He pitched it for Sound of Freedom. It alas did not make the.
Oh, come on now.
David Reyes, as he was called in the scene he wrote.
I love Utah. I love Utah.
We got that on the soundboard now. That's here forever.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, it's just all I will say. He's got 1 year left. I'm not ready to put him in full exile. He's getting ready because he'll be, I mean, who knows what'll happen next? I mean, he won't be as bad, but I think he's heading towards David Alvarez. We did banishment. We did a full banishment. And I think that's what we're leading towards with Sean, because he'll be out of the picture.
I was wondering if they come down and take the
he's
pictures
out.
Down.
But he's got 1 more year. You know what? I was gonna do it yet, Gerke, because he's got time to fudge it up. You know what I mean? He could do something else, you know.
I mean, we still have Deloy Hansen in there. I guess,
we got everyone in there. That's true. Deloy's. Maybe we should do a housekeeping with the total piece of shit. Just fully take down off the wall. But there we go. Bye, Sean. After this whole long thing, 2 months, I think is what you said the other day, Gerke. It was about 2 months since the time that these guys thought they were about to crest and hit the top of the mountain. Tim Ballard is senator. They're going to have all this power. And then in 2 months, just falls apart. a sad turn of events. Anyway, Sean, Ordah. Get your orders in order. Get the hell out of here. You're done, you miscreant. People, that's point of order. Point of order this week. I have a new thing I want to do eventually, but we don't need to because we're not doing the Utah Cities quiz, a new feature here on the show. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one song set because I got to make sure I got all your fables ready. You guys are going to read your fables, okay? You ready for this? Okay? Well, we need a judge. Everyone here wrote one. Let's see if we can get Pat on the line.
Why don't we go like democracy style and just put it to a vote?
Just all vote? Okay, let's do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's see if we can get Pat on the line here.
Get Pat on the line.
Get Pat on the line.
Calling a lifeline.
Calling a lifeline. But he's not going to answer. The guy always calls me, but no way he's going to answer this. Oh, what a loser. There's a way I can connect my phone. We need to do
I feel like we're in the Jerky Boys right now.
You've reached the voicemail of Patrick Munger. Please leave me a message and I will call you back.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
We both know you fucked up. All right, people, here's the deal. We are going.
What if Pat was like just murdered and the police are investigating and that's like on his voicemail?
We have our suspect. No.
I hope, to be clear, I hope Pat was not murdered.
Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. We all hope Pat is not dead. Let's be clear here on Polyester Blend.
Officer, you can see I said on the live stream that I hope he wasn't murdered.
Every single one of us wish Pat is alive and well somewhere out there. I was trying to find a graphic.
One of these nights, like being on Polyester Blend will be a good alibi.
Yes.
Go watch the show, officer. Go watch the show.
I know it'll be so helpful when inevitably.
In fact, that could increase our viewership if we just get a lot of cops and we're telling them we were on the show.
I know, we were there. There's Pat. There's Pat right there. There he is out there in the avenues, getting some avenues. All right, we're gonna play one song, then we come back and get ready, gentlemen. Get ready to write or read out loud your fables. We'll go through the definition. Jeremy, I had it already, but we can still use it, I guess. But it's gonna be you shop bro style in that we will crown the champion of the best fable here. I got some fable info. Aesop, I was going to go deep into Aesop. Turns out a very interesting history about Aesop that I'll get into after the break. We're going to do one song. It's a fable song. All fable songs here tonight by the New Pornographers. These are the fables. A great song off Twin Cinema. Remember, I used to listen to these guys all the time. People, one song set, 3 minutes. Then get ready to read your fables. Fable Night. We go into the octagon of fables.
Sure.
In coral and gray, in submarine chambers, one day it swam for the light, the jewels that lit, the cities that float there, cities in circles drawn perfect, complete, holding the secrets on my street. My street, my street. So come in and play the song of the siren. It's commonplace. You hear the voice rise in one wave and crash on your doorstep, making the circle here perfect, complete. These are the fables on my street. 10,000 dancing girls kicking cans across the sky. No reason why. Why ask? Prepare yourself for the call of the wild. We found this child, so raise him and wind your way back. Come back to the river, the current speed by, in hope and then fear. Hammer comes down so hard on the evening, down from its pockets. A ringing doorbell, it fell through your hands. Rang at your feet, the doors they won't open. Mocking the journey of our friend, complete. These are the fables on Mass Street. Mass Street.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't love them new pornographers? Way better than the old ones. Way less sexual. People, it is time. We will get ready to it. We go right into it. It's time for, it's not you shop, bro. It's you Fable, bro. You Fable, bro. People, the new, which is going to be maybe in the all-time greatest segments here in Polyester Blend. It's time for our Fable Agon? I don't know how you pronounce it. Fable competition. I was like, what's competition in ancient Greek? Agon. Agon. Don't know how to pronounce it. Also can't really do a Greek accent. Not going to be my strong suit here tonight. People, we have, how many submissions? I think we ended up with mine, I think we had 6.
Oh, wow.
I know.
It's a night of Fables.
Fables. But let me tell you this right now. There's one guy out there, he lives in Montana. Don't want to be too descriptive about who it is. 2 hours before we go live. Change of plans. I'm not going to make it. I gave him the business right. I didn't like yell at him, but I was like, listen, this is 2 hours before the show. It's a serious show we do here.
Did he write a fable?
He said he would on Friday.
Well, I thought if he submitted a fable, we could
of course
and tear it apart.
He did not. He did not get there. But we have a couple special people here. What order should we go in? I mean, what do you guys think? Rob needs to show up. And we could do a random number. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Anyone want to volunteer to go first?
Yeah, I say Ryan, you pick a number.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that seems like the best way to do it.
Okay, Ryan, I'll be number 1. Ryan, number 2. I'll do it because I'm going to do random number generator. I will do it live on the show. Watch this.
Okay.
So we'll do random number generator. I think we said we had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Ryan, I'll be 1. Ryan, you be 2. Danny, you're 3. Jeremy, you're 4. Gerke, you're 5. And Rob Nielsen, he has 1. He will be 6. Okay, we're all clear on what our number is?
I'm number 2.
Okay. Ryan, I was the most worried about you. Random number generator. You guys see yeah, I think you guys can see it. Here we go. Oh! All right.
You're going first, Leg.
Okay, it's time for me to bite the bullet. This is my idea. I should be the first one that goes. It makes sense. All right, I actually wrote 2, but then I gave up on the first one. Classic Schlegel. I read too many, way too many. So I stopped and I ended up with Joe and just with 1. So how I want to do this too, guys, is that I think we shouldn't give any information. We should just read it. And one of the things we can judge on is how clear the moral is. Okay. So if it's a very clear, I had like Jeremy cards ready to go. Like I had unclear moral card ready to go, Jeremy. So if we all want to call cards or whatever, we can.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So if we have judgments, what, Ryan?
Janine is
this kind of puts
wrapping presents in
hamper.
the other room while listening, so we might be able to pull her into judgment.
We'll see if anyone wants it. I like Gerke's idea. Let's do a democracy. I mean, the Greeks.
This is
the Greeks. So let's do that.
I feel like the Greeks explicitly spelled out the fable or the moral at the end of their fables.
Okay, well All right. Well, then we can do that. That's Ryan, and that's a good thing. We should be really clear.
And that's why you need a card if they didn't do it, which is that's the moral of this fable.
There we go. There it is. And again, we went off the just a basic definition of a fable. A short story, typically with animals as characters conveying a moral. That is all we're doing here. Okay, people? And by the way, the thing I was looking up, I was going to like do a bunch of like, fuck you, Aesop. You think you're better? Turns out that Aesop, they think historically was most likely a slave from Ethiopia that brought stories up. And I found this statue, gentlemen. I thought we'd all be interested in this. I mean, that right below the rib cage is the weenus right there. Are we seeing this right here? I mean, that is
hell yeah,
right there.
That's how people used to be back then.
Back then, I was gonna cut that weenus out and give us. We could all like we all vote on what we think everyone's fable. But I like, how many Aesop penises do you think that one deserves? But I thought better of it and didn't go with that way. So, but instead, just interesting. Read about Aesop. Very interesting. All right, here I go. I'm stalled enough. It's time for me to read my fable. My entry here tonight. Jesus God. Here we go. I have not edited this because it's classic Ryan, so we'll see how this goes. All right, people. Ryan Schlegel's submission. 2 river dolphins were swimming around their hometown of Dullsville. One of the dolphins, Tommy Lee Jones, remembered a party happening down the river at Margaritaville. Hey, Jim Carrey, said Tommy Lee Jones, the dolphin, to Jim Carrey, the other dolphin. Let's go to Jimmy Buffett buffet night at Margaritaville down the river. That's a wonderful idea, Tommy said. Or Jim said. Oh shit, I already lost my place. Jim said, who went on to say, but aren't there 2 ways to get to Margaritaville? One is the Barley River. Oh God. One is the Barley River. With its heady top and golden yellow color, I hear it makes you feel funny, but not super fast like the other river, the Distilled River, which is a crystal clear, but the smell burns your blowhole. Either one will take you to Margaritaville, but the dolphins say that the Distilled River will make you feel more funny faster than the Barley River. Tommy Lee, the dolphin, and I wrote here dolphin sound effect. Hold on. I got it right here. Shit! It doesn't work without the sound effect. Oh, it's gone. We'll just have to pretend to seal.
Just do it with your mouth.
Hard for writing a sound effect dependent fable.
Well, it's not with the other animal sound effects, which is bullshit. It should be right next to them. And I guess there not really isn't sound effects in these things. Anyway.
Moral of this story, don't rely on sound effects for your fable.
Fuck me. God damn you, Jeremy. Sound effect. Aren't both routes basically the same distance? This is what Tommy Lee Jones, the dolphin, says. Also, if you take one river, you have to pass through the other river at the end before entering Margaritaville. At the end of the day, they will both take you there where you want to go. Am I right? Tommy Lee laughed and then said with a questioning face, except the Hops River, a tributary to the Barley River. As I get older, that river is too potent and makes me take Pepto or Tums after swimming in it. Just then, an older dolphin's voice could be heard. It was Val Kilmer, the dolphin, the older and wiser dolphin. Be careful which way you go, young dolphins. By swimming in one river and then by swimming in one river and then the next, that can give you different side effects. Just because you start off in the slow Barley River doesn't mean it'll take you down to make it faster the Distilled River, an easier place to navigate. Again, editing. Slow and steady is not always the best way, going against that moral of a more popular but not always right fabulist. Jim decided to go the Barley, then Distilled route, where Tommy Lee decided to take the Distilled and then Barley route. After their separate journeys, taking only a couple pee breaks in between, the dolphins met up at Margaritaville. Tommy Lee, who took the Distilled then Barley route, was in good spirits and excited for the rest of the night. Jim Carrey was not in good shape. His route through Barley, then the Distilled River, made his blowhole slurring, and he immediately vomited on the statue of the Margaritaville flip-flop right outside. Jim Carrey said to Tommy Lee, I've never been sicker. Tommy Lee said to Jim Carrey, I cannot sanction your buffoonery, and they never spoke to Jim Carrey again. Jim Carrey passed out in the middle of the river, and an industrial logging boat floated over and chopped him to tiny bits with its propeller. The end.
Wow. I feel like there are so many morals.
A lot of
to
morals.
This
a lot of morals.
Fable.
But the key one
Don't
being
pick off Tommy Lee Jones.
It's the whole cast of Batman Forever, by the way. The moral of the story
it is.
the whole story of that being beer before liquor, never been sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear, is the moral of my story.
That's a good moral.
Barley can also be used to make liquor. In fact, large it is in.
What a shock that you're the first person to point that out.
Hang on. He's not the judge. He's not the judge.
He doesn't have judge.
He needs to snip it.
Well, it's a democracy. We're free to critique each other's stories.
True.
It's
very true. It's very
and I'm
true.
free to say zip it.
I'm free to say shut your fucking mouth, Jerky.
By the way, the whole point of why I wanted the name of Tommy Lee and Jim Carrey, I don't know if guys you know this, but it actually, there was a moment on the set of Batman Forever where Tommy Lee Jones said to Jim Carrey, I cannot sanction your buffoonery.
I'm aware of this story, and I was a big fan of that part in the Fable.
I wanted to make sure it was there.
That was the highlight of the Fable, I think.
Highlight? There was a vomiting dolphin on a flip-flop in there. I mean, it's really sick. Never been sicker.
I can't sanction that buffoonery, but I did like the reference to.
I mean, I wasn't affected by the death of Jimmy Buffett, but now I am.
It was
because
yeah. Now these dolphins, these poor little dolphins, trying to go from Dolesville to Margaritaville. I mean, it's troubling stuff. All right, we must go on to the next one. The random number generator. I'm going to go back to it. It'll be our friend here. I'll use it yet again. Okay. The next number is 2. Ryan, you're up, baby.
2.
2 is up.
All right.
2 is up.
Let's do it. I do have an
You're not
image.
using a sequential number generator.
No, it's a random.
Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there.
I love it. I've done it twice now. We'll see. The next number we'll find out, Jeremy. All right, Ryan.
All right. I do have an image that you'll need to show at the end. You don't need to show it now.
I love it.
You will just have to listen to my beautiful words until then.
Ryan, do you want your words on the
All right.
screen to go along, or you just want imagination to take over?
I just want people to imagine, maybe close their eyes, picture
I love it.
The words that are coming out of my mouth and making it into mental images.
I love it.
So, this fable is called The Monkey and the Peacock. Once upon a time, a monkey and a peacock were housed side by side at a zoo. Every day, people came by the peacock and said, "Oh, what a beautiful creature." The peacock relished in this attention and flaunted it in the monkey's face whenever she got the chance. The monkey seethed with rage. There was no way to compete with the peacock's beauty, but surely there was something he could do to garner the attention he so craved. And then he realized he had something the peacock did not: hands. He bribed the zookeeper to smuggle in a laptop, which he paid for with spare change that had fallen from the zoo attendees' pockets over the years. For days, weeks, months, and years, the monkey typed and typed. "Ooh, ooh, ah, ah," he said, mouthing the words as he typed. He didn't know the human language, but he figured if he wrote enough, he'd hit on something. One day, many years later, a zookeeper was cleaning the monkey habitat, and he found one of the discarded papers the monkey had thrown to the side. "Poo poo caca," it read. "Oh my God," the zookeeper said. He took the paper to the news, and word spread around the world about this semi-literate monkey. The monkey was on the cover of Time magazine. The United States put the words "poo poo caca" on the $1 bill. Surely, some humans knew it was juvenile, but to a wider public, it was the funniest shit they had ever heard. And soon after, the peacock died and was forgotten, but the world remembered poo poo caca monkey forever. And so
That's
and that
the
is
moral.
the end. Beauty is fleeting, and people will reward you if you are stupid and funny. And if you and that is the image of the poo poo caca monkey.
I
like how you guys have turned this into a shop and a fable. I mean, look at the monkey.
The monkey is perfect. Holy shit.
The
He is
Poo Caca
fading.
monkey will never have to buy his own
What
drink.
did you search, Ryan? Did you search drunk monkey? What did you?
Yes, I did. And if you look at that newspaper that the man is holding up, poo poo caca, too ha ha, which means too funny.
Oh,
Much too funny. It's too funny.
Too funny, Ryan. Wow. I mean, you got to work through some things, Ryan. I'm worried about you with this Fable. How close this hits to home, my friend. I mean, is there a beautiful person giving you a hard time in this life? Do we need to worry about
Very,
you?
very much so. But good thing I've started my Substack, poopoocaca.substack.com.
I'm stupid and funny.
It only costs $300 per month to subscribe.
Wow, Ryan, beautiful. That peacock, dead, gone. You know, peacocks.
I thought about putting a dead peacock on the bar in that
that
photo,
would've
but I
been-
didn't want to look up the pictures of dead peacocks.
Not the
So I
greatest way to spend your time. Pretty rough stuff. I loved it. I guess we'll save our talks till afterwards. Seems like the way to go. All right, Ryan, way to go. The next number, let's do this right here. Let's do it up here.
I think it might be 3.
Well, fuck off. We'll find out right here. Oh, he already went. Oh, but it was 3. You see, I did keep.
called it.
But I did. It went to 1, and then I clicked. It went 1 twice. So come on now. All right, who was 3? I can't remember. Whose number is 3?
I think. It
was Danny.
Were you
wasn't
3?
it? I think it was Danny.
I was 3.
Okay.
Get him, Danny.
Danny, it's all yours, my friend. Do you need any imagery or what do you got?
So I actually just found this and it's slightly horrifying, but if you look on the chat, I sent you a link to a beautiful image.
Oh, Jesus.
So
in the chat of the Zoom? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, pulling it
So
up.
anyways, let me pull it up real quick.
That is horrifying. All right,
Looks
got it.
like a frog holding a key, like a taxidermied frog. Is that what?
Well, my fable is called The Ancient Wisdom of the Tattooed Frog.
Whoa, I love it. All right, Danny. I'm gonna keep the image up of just this frog.
Did you write the fable then find the image, or were you inspired?
I
by
literally found that image 5 minutes ago.
Love it.
Because okay. All right, I suck at reading out loud, but I will do my best for the pod.
I love it. I love it.
Once upon a time, in the heart of the enchanted swamp, there lived a wise mystical frog named Orin. Orin was no ordinary frog. His emerald green skin was adorned with tattoos that glowed softly in the moonlight. These tattoos were said to hold the ancient wisdom of the swamp, passed down through generation of frogs. One day, Orin basked on the lily pad beneath the weeping willows. A sleek and sly snake named Netherin, which is snake in Celtic, in Gaelic.
Oh.
So slithered into the swamp. Nether, that's it. Nether, with shimmering scales of gold and silver, had reputation for his cunning ways and smooth words. The swamp creatures were cautious of him, but Nether's charm had a way of casting a spell on those who crossed his path. Nether approached Orin with a glittering smile. "Greeting, wise frogs," he hissed. "I've heard tales of your vast knowledge. I seek wisdom to navigate the challenges of the swamp. Will you share your secrets with me?" Orin regarded Nether with discriminating eyes. He knew the snake's reputation, but decided to test his sincerity. "Before I share my wisdom, you must prove your sincerity. Help me rescue the fireflies trapped in the spider's webs on the other side of the swamp." Nether agreed, and together they journeyed through the thickets and marsh. When they reached the spider's web, Nether skillfully slithered through the sticky threads and released the trapped fireflies. Orin nodded approvingly. Thank you. God damn. Impressed, Orin began to share the ancient wisdoms of the swamp with Nether. He spoke of the delicate balance of nature, the importance of cooperation among other creatures, and the significance of respect of the environment. Nether listened intently, absorbing the knowledge like a sponge. As the days passed, Orin and Nether became unlikely friends. Nether's once silk scales now born symbols of wisdom inked by Orin himself. The snake learned that true strength came from understanding, compassion, and not cunning and charm. One day, as they sat on the banks of the swamp, a group of lost travelers stumbled upon them. Nether, now a changed snake, offered guidance and assistance to help them find their way. The travelers were grateful, and word spread of the wise tattoo frog and the transformed snake. And so the Enchantment Swamp became a place of harmony, cooperation, and where creatures of all kinds lived together in peace. The unlikely friendship between Orin and Nether taught the inhabitants of the swamp that the wisdom could be found in the most unexpected places, and the true change could happen when hearts and minds were open to transformation.
Holy shit, this guy over here.
That's a heartfelt
Fable.
fable.
I was going for goofs, and this guy over here is like making me be like, oh, sweet. That's a proper fable.
So, as you guys, so there's a thing with tattooed frogs. It's a big it's a history of Japanese tradition of their art and all that. And I kind of took it because I have a tattooed frog on me. My wife has a tattooed frog on her.
I didn't know that. Wow! Why have I not known this?
Hold on. Let's switch this around. I let you get a better video. You've never seen that?
I don't know why I've never seen it. I feel like every once in a while you'll be like, here's a new tattoo. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Hey!
Oh, whoa.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Frog dancing with the flower. But yeah, anyway, so there is a tradition of that. And then, I just thought that would be fun to like kind of do that in the pass down. And I thought a little bit of The Illustrated Man, which I love that book by Ray Bradbury. So, yeah.
That's right up Ryan Bradford's alley.
I love some
Fantastic.
Bradbury.
Look at you, Danny. See, this is what I always want out of the show. It's like, we've never done this before. I've never done this before. It's like, we just try these things out. You never know.
Clayton would never have come up with something like that.
Clayton would have been like, he just reads off the Domino's pizza menu, and he'd be like, okay, a hot pepperoni pizza, $10.99.
And then he just ends with a fart. Hey, where is that?
Oh yeah. Oh, and Schlegel. That's the other thing. I've got a snake tattooed on me too.
Look at that.
So you could have just illustrated the whole fable by like moving your arm back and
Yeah. I mean, this snake's getting killed by a dagger, but you know.
Close enough. Found it. Found the fucking dolphin sound effect finally. All right, let's go to the next one. Way to go, Danny. Great stuff, my friend. Good to see. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. When do I sneeze on the show? All right, the next one. Let's see who it is. Hope you remember your numbers, guys. 4. Oh, fuck.
I was 4. This is
swear to
pretty
God.
amazing. What are the odds of the random?
I know. Look,
number?
see how this is literally random, okay? And I fucking God damn it. All right, who was 4? I can't remember.
I was 4.
All right, what do you got for yours, my friend? Do you want to read? Do you want any visuals, or what do you want?
I was trying to Google some visuals, but
don't worry about it. You don't need it. Let's let your.
I wrote I tried to write something that was simple and would not require visuals.
Hey, you know what? That's definitely. We never said anything other than a fable, so I think.
Let's see how it goes. Maybe I think.
Let's find out. Here we go.
It was a beautiful winter day, and the first dusting of snow had fallen in the valley. Rabbit excitedly hurried over to his best friend Squirrel's house to invite him to a snowball fight. But when Squirrel answered the door, he was a nervous mess. Haven't you seen the latest polls? The fascist fox is going to win the election and become president. How can you think about snowball fights at a time like this? That would be terrible, Rabbit said. But polls don't mean anything this early. Don't you want to have a snowball fight? But Squirrel just wanted to sit at home and cry, so he did. Meanwhile, Rabbit went out and had a great snowball fight with his friend Turtle. After, they decided to stop by Squirrel's house to see if he was in a better mood and wanted to get hot chocolate. However, when they got to Squirrel's house, no one answered. They forced the door open and found a terrifying sight. Squirrel had cried all over the floor. The cold weather turned those tears to ice, and Squirrel slipped on the ice and broke his neck, dying instantly. 11 months later, Ice Cream Cat beat Fascist Fox in the election. And that's why you shouldn't worry about poll results a year before.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Damn. Tears into ice. That is crazy.
I love that. That's a beautiful visualization and fucked up. I'm glad, Jeremy, my previous one I was debating about death would be at the end of mine as well. I guess both of mine had deaths at the end of mine. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? Beautiful stuff, Jeremy. Visually, I was right there. You didn't need no visuals. You didn't need no fucking visuals. All right. Go to the next one here. Great job. You guys feeling good? Do we need a break? Are you guys okay? Can we keep going?
I'm loving these fables.
I'm
going to be very disappointed if we get 6 before 5. Yes.
Is that you, Girk? You 6?
I don't remember, Rob.
Yeah,
Do you know what
no,
number
Rob's
you...
last because Rob wasn't on yet.
Okay.
So it's you.
All right.
All right. Do you want any visuals?
Well,
Are you good?
Well, I didn't really have visuals, but I just Googled something really fast, and now I've got a dog on me. Hang on.
The dog wants to hear your fable so bad.
What's
your fable?
Is it about a dog?
Okay,
snowball for mine, but it was like all the same rabbit from the same movie.
I probably don't need visuals.
Okay, I love it. All right, I'm just gonna. You just go.
I put something in there if you want to use it, but if you don't want to use it, that's fine too.
I'll find it.
All right, mine also sort of like Danny's has a snake in it. So
what?
So it begins with once upon a time there was a snake who everyone called Slim. Slim was a dapper fellow who wore a bowler hat, had a pencil mustache. He was kind, almost like a second father to the little serpents in the neighborhood. He was a patron of the arts and enjoyed reading, music, and going on long slithers to contemplate his existence. One day, on one of his slithers, he encountered a chubby, short-legged bird. "Please, Mr. Bird, don't eat me. I'm just out slithering and contemplating the meaning of life," Slim said. "Why, I'm not going to eat you. I'm just out here hopping around and contemplating life myself," the bird said. "Well, that's good. My name is Slim. What's yours?" the relieved snake said with a lisp. "No shit." I'm sorry. But, "My name is Slim. What's yours?" the relieved snake said with a lisp. "No shit," said the bird. "My friends call me Wide." They spent the rest of the day enjoying the sun on their scales and feathers and discussing music and art, their dreams and the meaning of their existence. It was an extraordinary friendship. 9 months later, Wide and Slim were married. Some of their friends objected and thought it was unnatural, but those who knew them understood they connected on a deeper level. They loved to travel, broaden their perceptions, and grow tomatoes, and their love burned with the passion of 1,000 suns. Over many, many years, the couple became the envy of all of their friends. "Why can't we be more like Slim and Wide?" their friends would ask their partners. One night, Slim came home from a slither, and Wide had soft music playing and candles lit. "Hello, Slim. I decided to make tonight special. This is the anniversary of the day we first met, when I was hopping through the forest and I saw you slithering by. Do you remember?" "I remember as if it were yesterday, my love." And as Slim extended his forked tongue to meet the yellow beak of the love of his life, the beak opened and gulped the skinny snake down. "Don't trust Whitey," the chubby bird said, and then belched.
A lot of depth in ours so far here. Beautiful. God, this is what I'm talking about. Now we got something going here. And then, way to go, Gurky. Finally, screeching the whole thing to a big halt. Here comes producer Rob. Rob.
Yeah, hello.
My friend, you taking pen to paper. Everyone so far I figured would write a fable. You're the odd duck, and I don't know if you're going to have a duck in yours. I never thought you would do one. I'm blown away.
Well, look, I do love animals.
And it makes me so happy. Rob, do you want to show yours? Do you have visuals? Do you just want to read it? What do you feel like, my friend?
I did not come prepared with visuals. If you just want to grab me a picture of a majestic osprey, that would be just
yes. Majestic osprey. It's got to be a majestic osprey. What's the first one? Boom! This is majestic as shit, Rob. You're gonna love this fuck. And you could buy it on Zazzle. I'm just gonna show the Zazzle page. So here we go. Rob's Fable, the final entry here in our beautiful competition of fables. Take it away, Rob.
All right, this one is titled Oliver and the Greedy Eagle, a tale of sharing and unity. In a big forest near a shiny lake, there were two bird friends, Oliver the osprey and Edgar the eagle. Oliver was kind and shared his fish with everyone, but Edgar got greedy and wanted all the fish for himself. Edgar built a big nest, told others they couldn't fish, and made them pay for every catch. The forest became sad, and Oliver knew he had to help. Oliver talked to his animal friends and made a plan to work together. They found other fishing spots and outsmarted Edgar. When Edgar was all alone in his nest, the animals flooded the lake from different sides. Edgar couldn't stop them. He felt very lonely. Oliver showed everyone that sharing and working together is stronger than being greedy. The forest became happy again, and the animals shared the fish from the lake. Edgar learned a lesson about being greedy, and Oliver became a hero for bringing everyone together. The friends in the forest lived happily, knowing that when they shared and cared for each other, their home was a better place for everyone.
Oh.
So the story, sharing and working together makes our home a happier place for everyone.
It's another heartfelt
God
one.
damn.
And don't trust Whitey.
Don't trust Whitey.
Also, don't trust Whitey.
God damn, you guys, you took the serious, or like the, you know, the actual Fable. Like, it's just heartwarming. This broken heart of mine can't, it's too black. You know what I mean, Ryan? I got to go for goofs. And these guys over here.
Same here. I use sense of humor as a sense of coping.
Exactly.
As a sense,
avoiding,
put up a defense mechanism for the harshness of the world.
That's how you're going to outlast those beautiful fuckers. You know what I mean, Ryan? Let them all die while you're being over here goofy, you know? Wow. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Everyone here, first of all, this was such a ridiculous idea, and you guys all fucking did. This is like maybe the most proud I've been on Polyester Blend, where it's like, this is exactly what I wanted it all to be. Everyone does something. We all come together. I see all you guys' personalities. Come on now. This is beautiful. So happy about it. Jeremy, I always defer to you as the judge, even though you're a part of this. What are your thoughts here so far? Or does Janine have thoughts too?
Janine's been walking back and forth, so Janine, do you have thoughts?
I like that yours was so short, but I didn't really feel
Yeah, she didn't quite. She was walking in here where I was live, and then into the other room with you two.
God damn it!
She's wrapping gifts for the holidays for her sister.
The moral of the story.
Having a short Fable is the best, so she liked mine.
Of course she liked it. First of all, now I'm realizing that now we can't possibly.
The whole thing was rigged.
The whole thing's yeah. Oh, I don't know. It turns out I like yours the most, Jeremy. Yeah, way to be non-biased, Janine. Thank you.
I did just bribe her as well.
Collusion!
Listen.
I suggest we cast our votes in a random order, starting with number 1, and then going to number 2, and then number 3,
then 4,
and then number 4.
Gurky's disqualified. We just lost Gurky, so that's a
let's
bummer.
let the random number generator.
All right, you know what?
Side voting order.
We've already got a competition coming.
That's a good idea. It was a good idea from Gurky. I say we go.
I'm going to say this. I'm part. Well,
I know what you're going to say, Ryan.
We already did.
Why compete?
After all this,
I'm
like, listen. I'm like, I think everyone did a fucking great job. I don't even want to have a competition. I mean, that might just be me. Some of you guys are bloodthirsty and need to see blood. You know, see red. And I'm just.
Well, that sounds like a third placer.
I mean, as long as poo poo caca tutu ha ha Photoshop wins.
Well, Ryan, if we're doing photos,
that wins the best Photoshop of the night.
Oh, come on! Look at this. There's a fucking dolphin vomiting on a giant flip flop.
It's not even a real dolphin.
How is the dolphin?
Oh, now we have to have real dolphins here. What the fuck is that?
Toward the flip flop, like that defies gravity.
Yeah, show that monkey. Show that drunk monkey again.
Fucking projectile. Have you guys not heard of projectile vomit? The fuck you guys are talking about? I got a lot of people who got a lot of problems on this.
I like that both of them involve drunkenness. Drunken disorderly animal.
Zoom in on that monkey.
I know.
He is not enjoying his fame.
That's a rough state for that monkey. Can we all just vote that the drunk monkey wins? Can we just all vote on that?
I think Drunky should become a regular fixture on Polyester Blend.
Drunky.
Can we make a pinata of the drunk monkey?
Can we start kind of like photoshopping our faces in that bar crowd with the monkey?
Be like the Shining thing.
Yeah.
You've always been the drunk
Always
monkey.
been here, yeah. Try another round for the drunk monkey.
The closest
You know, after writing this fable, I might start a whole book about Orin the tattooed frog.
Why not, Danny? I love it. I mean, that was so fucking sweet to have that. I mean,
I've got the kids going on.
I'm blown away. Did you ever take a creative writing class, Danny? Did you ever take a writing class?
Oh God, no.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was beautiful. I loved it. Loved it.
That's why I have trouble like reading out loud. Is because I'm dyslexic.
Even you forget about that. I should have done it. I mean, what I learned is I was thinking about like David Sedaris and these kind of people who do that. It's like it helps. Yeah. You should do a pass where you read it out loud to see. Like I forget about that too. Where it's one thing to write it, but then to try to like say it out loud. You're like, oh, yeah, this is way different. I'm gonna say no one wins because everyone wins. Unless the cold-hearted Gurky really wants to see who wins. I think everyone did a great job. That's what I'm going to say.
So the moral of your story is everyone wins.
Listen, if we all try.
Nothing matters. Everyone wins.
How about everybody?
Real Edgar Eagle, man.
I'd like to hear the most important lesson everyone learned.
Ooh.
Or how about everyone wins except for producer Rob?
That's
just kidding.
Fair.
Just kidding, Rob. I love you.
That's fair. Look, you guys.
I loved your Fable.
I have something to admit. I did have Chat GPT do that.
Oh, Rob. Here I thought you were a sincere boy. Rob
disqualified.
Definitely loses, Rob. Here I thought you put pen to paper. Rob.
Well, I think maybe that's the moral of the story.
That's a good point.
Don't have Chat GPT do your shit.
I thought it was hard.
Although I am curious,
huge penalties. Yeah.
Although I am curious, what did you put into Chat GPT to get
the prompt?
I told it. I can read specifically what I wrote. I said, please write me a 3-paragraph fable featuring an osprey and an eagle with an anti-capitalist moral.
Whoa.
And then I refined it a little bit. I was like, good, but try again. This time make the osprey the protagonist and the eagle the villain.
Interesting.
And then I said, this time make the eagle's greed and lack of solidarity be his downfall. And then one more time, that's great. Now make it just 3 paragraphs and written at a 3rd grade.
You know what? Level. I'm not trying to be. I don't want. Okay, if we're going to be honest here, I don't want to say. Now that I know that, I will say. Because I didn't want to be kind to my friend. I was like, well, that's a straight up moral or like straight up fable. But it was the one that I feel, now that I look at it, I really felt at the time, everyone's personality came through, except I was just like, oh, I guess this Rob's just doing a straightforward fable. Like everyone had like a little personality of theirs in the fable, except yours. And that makes the most sense.
Yeah, it was written by a robot.
Rob did use my favorite bird though.
I know, and the names were my favorite part for sure.
Well,
it's also interesting.
Rob's personality was the part he dictated to the AI.
And Rob is a robot, so it makes the most sense that it would be like a robot that writes.
It is interesting that you,
and neither did that story. So
it is interesting that you told Chat GPT like, "Oh, that's great," or "That's good." Like it's strange, right? To like try to reinforce the robot in that way.
Like affirmations,
just like the human. The affirmation.
Yeah, affirmations are how you elicit effective cooperation.
We had a late entry in the Fable competition. It looks like because Clayton texted and said, "Someone needs to take my spot in quiz. I fell asleep. 12-hour day killing your boy." Which I think there's a moral in there. And there's definitely an animal.
Yeah, Clayton's definitely the animal in that story, right? Like he's the beast.
So yeah,
Whitey.
Clayton's the beast that we all are afraid of. And don't trust Whitey for sure. I mean, listen, besides Rob, everyone here showed up with a written piece of material.
Can I just typed in write a 2-paragraph fable about Clayton Scribner falling asleep.
Yes!
The chat GPT.
Yes! Please read
Once upon a time in the quiet village of Clayfield, there lived a man named Clayton Scribner who had an unusual talent for falling asleep at the most unexpected moments. One day, as the townsfolk gathered in the village square, Clayton found himself captivated by the soothing melodies of the wandering minstrel. Mesmerized by the music, Clayton leaned against a tree, and before anyone could blink, he was fast asleep, his snores blending harmoniously with the minstrel's tunes. The villagers, accustomed to Clayton's peculiar habit, chuckled at the sight and decided to turn his unintentional nap into a local legend. From that day forward, whenever someone in Clayfield needed a break or a moment of respite, they would invoke the Clayton Scribner slumber by the musical serenade, and laughter would ripple through the village as they embraced the joy of a well-deserved nap inspired by their drowsy fellow citizen.
All right. I think that gets a moral unclear card.
I think that Clayton lives in Clayfield.
Yeah, Clayfield is insane.
Clayfield is a state of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I bet Clayton could even get elected in Clayfield.
That's probably very true. By the way, Rob, you definitely get illegal use of AI. I mean, that's what I mean. I can't believe I didn't think this card would work here, but here it is.
Here's the thing: is it wasn't illegal
in Clayfield.
You can make a law.
In Clayfield, it's illegal. All right.
Listen, I have AI clean up emails for me all the time.
Oh, that's fun. You guys
all right, guys. I just typed in write a 100-page book about Clayton Scribner. I'm going to read it all right now.
I'm sure it's going to be super funny. By the way, I'm just going to say before you even start reading, Ryan, Raunch card. Definitely Raunch card. Raunch card all over that.
Monkey Raunch.
I love you guys. Wait, this is a fun experiment in Polyester Blend history. Those who showed up had the guts to do it. Those bears who fall asleep before the end of the day. No, quiz night works out perfect, but we must get to it. This is the end of Polyester Blend. This is the end of Polyester Blend. We are succeeding because
the turkey thing.
KTRD Sports now takes over our broadcast. So Polyester Blend, we're done. We'll be after a music break. We come back with KTRD Sports and the conclusion of Thanksgiving food playoffs. Get ready.
Can't wait to see my good friend Bert.
Try to, and also, like Aesop always said, try to keep the balls out of your chest.
Polyester Blend,
all right.
One song set, the song Fables by the Dodos. I've never listened to these guys in forever. These are the only 2 songs that had the word fable in my entire music library. The Dodos, Fables, 4-minute song, come back. Polyester Blend will be over, but KTRD Sports and the Thanksgiving playoffs continue. Thanks for being here. Great job, you guys. Besides Rob.
We spoke today to a jury. You could see the doubt in their eyes. All words are trained to delivery. There was nothing left to change their minds. Remember when you were mine? Now we forget why we started.
dodos, Fables. That's the end of Polyester Blend. Thanks for being here. We'll be back next week with more fun on Polyester Blend. But until then, we go over to our friends at KTRD Sports. Thanks for watching. Blend is a presentation of KTRD Sports. It's been 2 weeks since Thanksgiving, and most leftovers are gone. But here at Polyester Blend, there's nothing but leftovers. Leftover food competition. Let's recap where we're at with Thanksgiving food playoffs. Coach Ryan Schlegel thought he had an early advantage, but lost that in a devastating blow. An unbelievable upset has taken place in Polyester Blend. Mashed potatoes loses. Coach Bradford didn't want to get ahead of himself and had this to say at the press conference.
Stressful, yes. Exciting, yes. Dramatic, yes. So I think it's a winning format.
And those voting you Poly heads have nothing but amazing insights.
I like a good food. I like a food that you can slather.
Things even got heated away from the field. Listen,
I'll come up with a
mechanism that takes your long hair and chops it down, you little hippie. Also make sure that you find the boot right up your ass. Tonight's the night. We will crown who is Thanksgiving food champion here on the battlefield of KTRD Stadium. Let's go live to our sideline reporter, Bert Turking. Bert Turking, take it away, Bert.
Oh, thank you very much, Ryan Schlegel. I guess the announcer, who knows who that was. People, we're back here on the grounds, the hallowed grounds of Polyester Blend at KTRD Stadium. Bert Turking here, your sideline reporter. Let's take a look at where we're at. Gentlemen, we got mashed potatoes upset by pecan pie. A quick question for Bert to the audience. I think apple pie beat gravy. Does everyone remember that? Is that correct?
It was a tie.
It was a tie and we gave up.
Bert Target just has to say that is pretty weak sauce on the heart. Let's do a quick vote to find out. Do we have odd numbers here tonight? Oh shit! Actually, let's see what we got.
You can do a random number generator.
Sorry, Bert really found that funny. You stupid.
All right, Bert, calm down. Your friend, you were laughing at what he said. You shouldn't be laughing at that. Let's do a quick. Oh boy, well, we got 3 people right now. Let's decide really quickly. What did you guys say? Apple pie or gravy?
Apple pie.
Apple pie, Jeremy or Danny?
I was a staunch apple pie. Gravy's a goddamn condiment, not a food.
Thank you. I mean, Rob, what do you got?
I'm a gravy boy.
All right, but that's 2-1. So apple pie moves on, and this is very exciting news. Now we can go to the next one. So let me just put this right here. So, oh boy, here we go. The next one. This is going to be exciting stuff, people. This is going to be exciting stuff. We've got a hell of a match coming up. But before we do that, let's go to the man himself. I mean, new eyes, a different part of the show. Let's see what our good friend Ryan Bradford in his press conference has to say about what's going on so far. Ryan, where are your feelings at right now?
Things are tight right now, but that's the way that playoff should be. This should be exciting, should be drama filled.
Yep.
And I feel like this competition is both of those. So yeah, I'm excited for this competition.
I love it. Let's go back to the field. Let's go right to it. People, it's time to hit to the next one. It's time to go to the next round, and that round is this. Oh boy, all these things here. Boom. All right, the next one, it's our friends. This is a tight one, gentlemen, because this, in fact, is between objects that that are pretty close objects, meaning that they're very close on the bracket. It is, and I'll get the numbers correct here in a second, but it is my pick, number 2 overall. Get rid of the heads here. Get rid of the heads. It is my number 2 overall for Ryan's number 3 overall, which happened to be turducken. This is perfect the way it worked out, Ryan. The fact that
Turkey versus turducken.
Turkey versus turducken. I mean, who could have imagined it? Let us go to Danny. Start things off. What do you think about these 2 things here?
Okay, first before Danny, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Please.
And I don't want to influence the judging or the commentary, but basically, if you vote for turkey over turducken, you're racist.
Wow! Never
I don't know how to
trust
explain
Whitey.
it, but that's just how it is.
Never trust Whitey, like the snake story would tell us. Wow. And by the way, influencing? Yeah, I got to go ahead and say that. I mean, Danny, your thoughts on the two wonderful items. You know, we all love turkeys. You know, there's a beautiful turkey and then a turducken here just to give you a sense of the two things. Danny, your thoughts here.
So you're telling me I can have just a turkey, or I can have a turkey with a duck and a chicken? I mean, you're talking about a whole team against a solo person. I mean, there's no competition here. I mean, even though that turkey's sitting in a number 2 spot, number 3 is the favorite. It is there. It is the powerhouse.
God damn it. That's 1 point. It sounds like to our good friend Ryan Bradford for the turducken. Ryan, you've already got
Turducken is delicious.
Wow. Let's go to Rob. Rob, are you there?
Yeah.
And by the way, Rob, noticing one thing that's not getting done tonight. Just really quickly noticing that.
Yeah. Look, I got distracted by another thing here.
Got it. God bless.
Oh, was Rob?
I got to get after
on
that
the
too.
relic.
Well, we're not gonna. The polyester blend's already over, but it sounds like they didn't get to the relic this week. Maybe next week. Rob, what do you think between the two?
Danny brought up the number 2. I really, I like the turducken has the word turd in it. I just really enjoy it. So I'm not settled yet, but I'm leaning toward the one with turd in it.
Not settling it. All right. Well, if you need a moment there to reflect,
You're gonna have to vote at some point.
Yeah,
Like the match is going on right now.
take
dude.
your time there, Rob. Jeremy, while that's going on, while Rob's taking a moment here, what do you think?
Well, as you know, I'm vegetarian, so I'm not going for either of these.
Oof.
I'm just gonna vote for the one with the funnier name, and it just seems superior, which is turducken, because like I would assume if you like turkey, you could just eat around and still have the turkey part. But you got all these other options. You got a goofy name. It's got turd in it. This seems like a no-brainer. Turducken.
Turducken.
And also, you're not racist. Also,
Right. All right. We've got
Also,
it clear.
I'm not racist.
It's
I
been
don't
clear,
trust
Ryan,
Whitey.
what you're thinking. Jesus Christ. Well, Rob, have you had a moment to decide?
Yeah, look, Turdy's my boy.
Turdy's your boy. Gurky, just for the record, what would you go for?
I was just Googling because when Rob said there's turd in turducken, there is actually not literally turd in turducken.
Fuck.
It's just in the name. It's not like
There's not a turd inside. That's not the
it's not
fourth thing.
It's not turkey, duck, chicken, and shit.
Because that might be a deal breaker for some.
Yeah,
Because I would not eat that. I would not eat
don't
that.
know, man. It depends on what that animal ate, whatever that shit was. And maybe there was some seasoning.
So yeah, I've never had a turducken, but since Danny said turkey's in the number 2 spot, I got to take a turd right on the turkey.
God
Vote for
damn it.
turducken.
Ryan, a full sweep. Ryan, that's a touchdown. Ryan, way to go. You have moved on yet again. An upset for Ryan yet again.
I do need to ask, with Jeremy, I don't know how long you've been vegetarian. Do you understand what the turducken is? By chance?
Yeah, you're not that bright, Jeremy.
Like,
It's there was a diagram that Schlegel had up a minute ago.
was that your first time seeing
it was
what
turkey
turducken
on the outside and then duck and then chicken?
Yes.
Yeah, so you take a turkey,
Uh-huh.
and instead of stuffing with stuffing, you put a duck inside of it, and then you put a Cornish game hen inside the duck. So it's like this 3-pack meat thing, and then you
and then a turd. And then a turd.
and then you shit on it. You take your pants down and you shit on it.
Or you go the easy way and you just make a duck eat a Cornish game hen, and then a turkey eat that duck.
That's true.
And then you are also eating turds.
The next one, gentlemen, great discussion. Love it so much.
I will say, if Joe Taylor is watching later, the best turducken, probably the only turducken I've ever had, was made by Joe Taylor.
I don't know if
and it was delicious. I still think about that turducken all the time.
Was I there for that, Ryan?
Joey Tay probably makes a fucking delicious one.
Oh yeah, that guy's the man you want. If you're gonna have that shit, that's what you want to have. Oops, sorry, I did pecan pie. The next one, the final of the preliminary round, comes to Ryan's number 2 and my number 3. Notice there is another pie here out there on the table, but we'll see if this is
my number 2 is on the turducken.
That's right. The shit.
Poo.
The shit.
The shit.
That's the
it's
shit.
the shit.
Let's go to it right now. Let's find out what happens. It's time to go to the next bracket here. The bracket, of course, being turducken is gone as the images. We'll do this one right here. It is Ryan going with stuffing. Stuffing is his choice. And then mine is, of course, one of the best of all time, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Gerke, let's go to you for your thoughts on this competition right here. Good stuff, Gerke. Good stuff. I love that insight. Love it so much. Jeremy.
All right. Shut up. I do like stuff. But I don't like pumpkin pie. I've never liked pumpkin pie, so I'm going to go with. So I guess if there is stuff in stuffing, then I will pick stuffing.
Wow, controversial. I didn't think stuffing would get even a vote here, but that shows what I know.
Pumpkin pie is not good, man. It's just not good.
Pumpkin pie's not good. I mean, we got to worry about the guys who are voting on this if they're saying stuff like this. I mean, I'm very concerned.
Worst of the pies.
My God. All right. Well, for pumpkin pie, doesn't even get one to start off, but Ryan definitely does. Jeremy,
Sorry if I may. Danny, mincemeat pie is worse.
Holding a grudge.
Blasphemy.
Holding a grudge from a couple of weeks ago. Jeremy, your thoughts on this?
I gotta go pumpkin pie. Stuffing, I guess you're sticking in the turkey.
You're smart.
I've occasionally had a vegetarian stuffing and it was fine, but I've never had one that blew my mind or anything. I think pumpkin pie, you got a solid dessert.
Yeah, you'll get a solid afterwards for sure.
Get some whipped cream on there,
By the way, we were talking about this the other day with whipped cream. Not a fan of the canned stuff. Take it or leave it. But God, real fresh made whipped cream. Oh my God. All day of the week, all day, I'll have that business. Let's go to Danny. Danny, your thoughts on this competition here?
This one is just a split for me. This one's hitting to overtime, if not double overtime.
Whoa!
Goddamn. I love good stuffing. If it's done right, if it's done it is made inside the turkey. I mean, we're not talking stovetop. If you do a fucking stove from scratch, it's delicious. Now, pumpkin pie is just amazing. It's gotta go pumpkin. I gotta go pumpkin.
Yeah, it's my guy over there.
It's
I love it. I love it. The crowd loves it. There's a roar in the crowd after what you said there. Rob, what do you think here, bud?
I love pumpkin pie. Definitely the second best pie in this competition. But I love stuffing more.
Fucking Christ. We need someone to vote. We need who can come in here because that's 2-2.
Do I need to call Janine in?
Yeah, Janine, tiebreaker, please. I expected at least one.
All right.
Dun-dun-dun.
Okay. Pumpkin pie or stuffing?
Oh God. I need more pumpkin pie.
Is that your final vote?
The stuffing has to go with all the other stuff, and then it's really delicious.
Are you picking up the audio there? It's just the stuffing, though. I mean,
just stuffing.
But all right, she's going pumpkin. She wants pumpkin pie right now, so I feel like Schlegel needs to bring her some pumpkin pie.
All right, you got pumpkin pie coming your way.
Thank her for that vote.
Yes, fuck you, you stuffing idiots. That's a big win, big win. Big win for Ryan on this one.
Gracious in victory, as always.
As always, that's what we do here. Let us go to the sideline for a quick. We must go to an advertisement here. Let's go to our good friend Deed. Deed, what do we have here for the advertisement? Deed, what do we got, my man?
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. Bert Turking here, just to give you a quick, we got to pay the bills. You know what I mean? Over here, our advertisement for that round was, of course, Marlboro cigarettes. Marlboro cigarettes, take a light up. Nothing better than eating some food than having a bunch of cigs. You know what I'm talking about? Bert might have one himself right now. Marlboro cigarettes, the best cigarette that starts with an M. Let's get back to the action on the field. Let's get back. Ryan, take it away.
Thanks, Bert. It seems like you kind of really knew something close to your heart with that advertisement. Gentlemen, we move on to the next round, and this is going to be interesting. Look how many fucking pies we got left on the board. A lot of pies, gentlemen. I don't know if you're realizing this. We are talking 3 pies, 2 turducken. I mean, this is
let a bunch of husky boys vote. When you're surprised that the pies are all in.
All the pies are there. Ryan, what are your thoughts? I mean, you've got 2 and I got 2. You've got turducken, and you've got pecan. Yeah, but now you're going against yourself, and I'm going against myself. Should have thought about this when I was doing that. Ryan, you're going against yourself in this one. You're going to have to try to put, I mean, it's really just whatever you think is the best odds for you to move forward, you know, when it comes up to this next one.
Put forward. Yeah. Okay. What is going to go? I feel like it's going to be what is going to go against pumpkin pie.
I know. It's going to be a tough one, right? But turducken's got a lot there, buddy. It's got a lot there. All right, we go to the Ryan Bowl. The Ryan Bowl on this one. Ryan's 4th and 3rd pick. The ones his lower brackets are the one that made it through. Let us go to it. Ryan, let's see what happens here. You've got turducken versus the one and only and wonderful pecan pie. I never would have imagined pecan pie getting through this far in the competition, but here it is. Danny, what are your thoughts on a pecan pie versus a turducken? Now remember, this is Ryan going against himself, so it's all Ryan.
Listen. We've already discussed where my pie loyalties lay. I mean, I did vote for pumpkin, but mincemeat is the best pie out there, and I don't want to argue that, but I will. I will. That's my cross.
Mincemeat I am in the bracket, just to refresh everyone.
He just wanted to go on his own tangent. I mean, Gerke really slapped him in the face with his comment earlier. I think the guy needed a rebuttal.
He was provoked. That's fair.
True.
Yeah,
he had to go back.
He deserves rebuttal time.
Yeah, Gerke's got nothing to say.
Yeah, he's
too big. Anyways, you're talking about 3 meats against pecan pie. Fuck that. We're going with turducken. Turducken is going to the finals, and it is going to be a beast in the finals.
Wow. There is a big, solid endorsement of turducken. Let's go to Rob Nielsen. Rob, what do you think? Good work, Rob. We really appreciate it.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm having a hard time. Still really like the word turd.
Rob, 3 meats against.
It's so many meats.
It's a piece of sugar with some nuts on it.
It's like 3 foods versus 1 food.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different foods all in one. Yeah, I think I got to follow on the turducken train.
Whoa.
Got to do it again.
Boy. Turducken gets another one. Let's go to Gerke.
Oh man, I hate this because I really don't like pecan pie very much. But I don't want turducken to just run away with it. And while turducken has turd in it, pecan pie has pea in it.
Hey!
So maybe we'll go with the pecan.
Way to go, Gerke. 1 point for the old pecan pie. That's very appreciated. Oh boy. I mean, Jeremy, just to throw it out there, what do you want?
Oh, I mean, I have already established I'm vegetarian, and also during that pecan pie match, I mentioned that pecans make me nauseous. I can't eat them. So this is just a big fuck you to Jeremy when I'm looking at this
and that's why
matchup.
we did it this way.
And whatever it is up against in the next round isn't going to lose. So, or is gonna lose whichever the winner is gonna lose my vote next round. So I've just got to think about it from like what turducken has going for it is it's got the funny name, it's got turd in it. But
it's economical in this economy. You get 3 foods instead of 1.
Three times.
Sure,
the
but
leftovers.
then it's like 3 affronts to me at once, where pecan pie only has 1 affront to me at once.
Forgot about the
So
vegetarian.
that's where it's a real challenge. So it's like there's nothing I could eat in turducken. Maybe in a pinch I could like eat the crust off the pecan pie. So I guess I got to go pecan pie.
Whoa, pecan pie. And guess what? I mean, Janine's going to have to do
What was
another.
that Billy Crystal thing where you remember that? The pecan pie.
I don't remember that, but Janine, we need your.
Is that from City Slickers too?
Yes.
No, it's from when Harry. It's from when Harry.
It was
met
when Harry
Sally.
met Sally. Yeah.
Waiter, there's too much pepper. There's too much pepper in my paprikash. But I would be proud to partake of your pecan pie.
Okay. Do
That
you need
movie's
to
good, but-
speak up?
Yeah, what, Janine? What do you think?
Turducken is turkey with a duck inside it, and then a
chicken inside of that.
It's English Cornish hen. What was the?
Yeah, is it a Cornish game hen in there?
Danny gave me like the exact type of chicken.
Yeah, so it's normally because of the size. It's normally a Cornish game hen.
Which
All right. Janine says pecan pie is going to give her mouth sores. She's going for the turducken. She does love it though.
You can also put a sparrow inside the game hen, and then a hummingbird inside the sparrow.
Hell yes.
And then a bug inside the hummingbird.
But then you've got to keep adding on to the name.
Turducken moves on. We must go.
Turducken arrow.
Ryan, we got to get your press conference, your championship, and I'm glad this worked out. Ryan, your thoughts, Ryan? Turducken is your.
You know what? Like turducken, when we were doing the draft, I did not think turducken would make it this far, and this is the beauty of these kind of risks and gambles you take when you're putting together a team.
Such a good point. Good insight. We love it. It's time for the Ryan Schlegel battle to see who I will be sending to the wonderful final round. It is time for the competition. It'll be my, let's see here, wonderful choice of, what did I have? Oh my God, apple pie versus pumpkin pie. This could get interesting, gentlemen. This could get interesting. Let us go to Gurky first. I think you were saying how much you hated pumpkin pie.
I hate pumpkin pie. Did I just say that?
You did.
Pumpkin pie is the worst pie.
You're out of your mind.
Except for mincemeat, it is the worst pie. How come? Can I just ask? How come nobody had mac and cheese? Mac and cheese.
That was on the board. I had mac and cheese on the board. We could reflect afterwards.
All right.
It could have been drafted.
Pumpkin
Schlegel,
pie is
unlike
disgusting.
Bradford, knew the rules during the draft, so he picked 2 pies, knowing they could both make it up the bracket.
I only picked 2. I picked 2.
He only picked 2 pies out of 4 things.
Bradford could have picked more pies.
He only picked 2 pies. Only half his team
The
is
draft was about your gut instincts. It was about your gut instincts.
Okay. Pumpkin pie
Gut
is gross.
instincts when one of you knows the rules and the other doesn't.
Pumpkin pie is gross. It has no flavor except for like the cinnamon and nutmeg you put in it, which is like pumpkin spice latte bullshit. It's just like a bland garbage pie with a shitty crust and a mushy middle, and it's like got that pumpkin spice latte flavoring in it, and nobody likes that. Nobody wants that unless there's only mincemeat pie left, in which case you'll accept the pumpkin pie as long as there's a lot of whipped cream. But apple pie with whipped cream is way better. And I've gone on way too long in this explanation.
No,
and,
I'm sitting back. It's like a fake.
And also man, don't trust Whitey.
So you're going with apple pie is what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Wow. What a story. What a turn of events. A play on the field. Gurky has thrown it out there. Let's go to Jeremy. Jeremy, your thoughts here.
I don't even have to think about this, if there's no French silk or like some sort of chocolate option on the table, apple pie is going to be my go-to.
There you go. There we go. Apple pie? You're going
apple pie, yeah.
Wow.
The scorer just assumed I was going to say
Wow.
pumpkin. Strike three. Apple pie is delicious, underrated pie, underappreciated, but I think it just might go all the way today. Let's see what happens.
Whoa. All right, Danny, got to give your thoughts here, bud.
I fucking love apple pie.
What?
Like, that is just... Yeah.
Wow. You're giving apple pie?
Oh, God, yes.
Holy shit. Rob, just for the record, what would you have done?
I'm a big fan of apple pie, but I like pumpkin pie better.
That's the right move. Wow. I did not think I would be sending...
We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl!
I cannot believe what has happened, but apple pie... Get your tickets. You're going to KTRD Stadium for the championship of all championships. It has been decided. The bracket is there. It will be apple pie versus one of the greats out there. Maybe a complicated food. We'll find out. But it's right. That's mine. Apple pie is what I'm all about, apparently. And then Ryan will be all about the turducken. We must go to a quick press conference with the coaches to see what they feel, what's going through their head right now.
So we've got a 3 seed versus a 4 seed in the final.
It's unbelievable. Some underdogs. Let's go to the Ryan Schlegel press conference. Any questions out there for me? Any questions out there?
I've got a question.
No.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeremy.
This is Jeremy Matthews from Jeremy Matthews Dietary Choices magazine.
Familiar with the magazine, yeah.
Why did you have so few options for that Jeremy would want to eat in your team?
Listen, it's a great question. We respect our friends out there in the world who choose not to have meat in their diet. Frankly, it seems like the way we're going. But decisions had to be made, hard decisions. We go in deep, we're going to play hard, and I think there's going to be a victor out there. Next question.
This is Ryan Bradford from Pumpkin Pie Magazine.
Pumpkin Pie Magazine.
We had a deal, bro. We had a deal that pumpkin pie was going to go all the way.
This is neither the time or the place to discuss that. What you're referencing is something I'm not ready to have comment on. And I feel like it's a sack job, and I'm not going to take any more questions from you.
Well, you'll be hearing from our lawyer.
Can't wait.
Our one lawyer.
Hey, this is Bobby G from Sweet Potatoes and Mac and Cheese magazine.
Yes, Bobby
G.
G.
You feel like how big of a dumbass do you feel like now taking mashed potatoes?
All right, listen, hack jobs out there. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to leave it out there on the field with my brother in arms, apple pie. We don't need to hear about some second-rate casseroles that never had a chance to begin with. You want to stay home and eat out of the doggy bag? That's your choice. We're playing in the big game, and we're playing for keeps. It's apple pie. Ryan, your turn here.
All right, let's have it.
Right, Ryan.
It's meat versus sweets. This is the battle of the teeth.
Right. Ryan, it looks like we have a question here from Bleach Hair Magazine.
Yeah.
All right.
Bleach Hair Magazine. Love your look. Love the bleach hair. What do you have to say to all those young boys and girls out there that want to bleach their hair and win a food competition and a show?
Boys and girls, you just follow your dream. If you dream it, you can achieve it. All right, next question.
Next question.
This is JJ Ma from Meat Sweats magazine. I just realized you said meat and sweets, though, not meat sweats. So never mind. I don't have a question. But feel free.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the sweat, the glistening of your face, and I don't think that went unnoticed. So meat sweats, meat sweats are great.
Ryan, we got a question from Fable Magazine.
Hi,
Fable.
It's Aesop. My name doesn't matter. This is Fable Magazine. What was your personal preference for best Fable that happened earlier in Polyester Blend? Any comment?
Well, I'm not gonna say that Poo Poo Caca was a masterpiece, but I am gonna say that it won.
Wow. Thank you. Right. We got to get to the field, right? You got to get to the field. No more questions. Time for the big game. Time for the big game here. People, this is what you've been waiting for. Oh, boy. It's time to go to the championship game. I'm nervous. We're all nervous. Long time coming. Let us get to the field. Well, first of all, let's get Bert Turking's feelings on this. Bert, want to get your feelings on this episode going on out here.
Thank you, Ryan. This is Bert Turking here. Bert Turking, ready for what should be an all-timer. People, it's not time yet for Christmas. It's still Thanksgiving's time. And we must know when we sit down at the table, because we are Americans. And Thanksgiving is an American, forget Canada, this is an American holiday. And we want to know true winners. So I say, Bert Turking here, saying to all those, finally, when we sit down at Thanksgiving next year, we will know who is the champion, apple pie or turducken, and we will save the biggest space on the plate for that number one winner. Time for the competition. Let's go live.
Like Bert has become more demonic. Like,
Sorry, there was a sound. Don't know what happened there. Bert was. They had a couple Marlboros before the last one. I think that's why that was that way. Here we go, people. It's time. It is time. Let's see. It is time between the great twos. We've got apple pie versus turducken for the championship.
Did you notice that the bracket you put, because of the seed ones both failing?
Yeah.
Brackets have Bradford and Schlegel on the opposite sides from where they
Whoa. I did not plan that.
I will say this is the first time since 1978 that this has happened in the Thanksgiving food.
Oh, really?
matchup.
This is the first time these two have gone head to head since 78.
As your official statistician, this is the first time since 1978 that we've had this matchup in the finals.
That's the kind of stat that I think Bert Turkin should have highlighted, but he's kind of losing it in his old age.
True.
Bert Gerke.
Bert
Gerke's all over it. Wow, thank you.
It's going to be humdinger. Oh boy, let's see how this one.
We finally needed a statistician. This is amazing. Let's go to it. Gerke, you're ready. You have the stats. What are your thoughts? You go first here. Turducken, apple pie. What do you think?
Ooh, this is a hard one because one has turd in it. I like apple pie. It's not my favorite pie. It's not in the top 5 of my favorite pies. While turducken is in my top 5 favorite duckins. So I think I might have to go with turducken.
Wow, turducken. Leading off this battle of threes, this battle of third round choices. Turducken leads off. Danny, what do you got?
This has been a long, drawn out bracket here. I'm going to have to hit the smelling salts before I go any farther.
Right, you're going to have to hit it hard.
Schlegel.
Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ. Wake up. Danny, what a sports moment here to get some smelling salts in there. Now, you guys have never done smelling salts live on the air. This is the guy who had the guts to finally do it. Danny, what do you see now that you've done a little hit there?
This one hurts. This is a tough. We're talking about one of the greatest desserts and just a trifecta of meat.
Right.
Fuck, man. This one's just
take your time. Take a moment here. This is worth all the marbles.
Like apple pie a la mode's awesome. I am someone who really does like duck a lot. Like if duck's done right,
I've had duck fat fried French fries, which are delightful.
Dude, those are delicious.
Those are really good.
Actually, Danny just raised an important point that may make me reconsider my vote. Is this apple pie a la mode or is it just apple pie?
Oh.
It's got to just because mashed potatoes and gravy were separate, so this has got to be
just apple pie.
All right,
it's just apple pie.
I'm sticking with turducken.
All right, God bless. God bless.
A la mode exists in your heart. Like you don't have to not have it with ice cream just because it wins.
That's
you
a good
know?
point. That's a good
Listen, I mean, we're talking big difference since gravy was in the category, and I can't put gravy on any of these meats.
That's
meat
true.
is just
You're
as
just
cooked.
drinking
I would
some
assume.
dry ass turducken.
You know what? If it's done right, it ain't dry ass. And I am
It's a
going
dry turd. Okay, I got you.
I'm going the meats.
Oh.
I want the meat sweats.
You want the meat
Danny.
sweats?
Meat
Going.
sweets, meat sweats. Amazing.
Wow. He has chosen one more for turducken. It's not going to take much more, kids. It's not going to take much more for turducken to win the whole championship. Let us go to the meat man himself, Jeremy. Your thoughts on meat, Jeremy?
You know, if people want to just, destroy the environment with their triple meat fantasies, that's fine with me. But I, for one, am putting a vote down for America.
Yes.
I'm voting apple pie.
Apple pie! Oh boy. This guy might just go to Chat GPT to give him the right answer, or he could find it within himself. Just stomach coming up with an answer here. Might lead to a tie, in which case we will announce that once Clayton gets a vote. Rob, you're on the table. Turducken or apple pie?
Here's the thing, is that the idea that any Thanksgiving foods are good is always a fantasy.
Whoa!
Wow. Throwing the
Wow.
wrench in the...
I've never had turducken, and as a pure fantasy for me, I believe it is environmentally very friendly right now, existing only in the realm of fantasy. And it has turd in it, turducken.
Oh my God. People, it has been announced. The first ever win! The first ever win! For the history of Polyester Blend, here is turducken live on the field. There's turducken. Oh, it's in there! It's in there! It's been announced in the first ever winner of the amazing Polyester Blend Thanksgiving Food Champion. There it is, turducken. Take your rightful place out there on the field. You have done it. You have become the winner, turducken, which I don't even think I need to put that. I bet that is a turducken because it's John Madden. Let's go to the press conference. Ryan Bradford, you are the winner. You're the winner here.
Oh my God, we're going to turducken land.
That's what comes up next.
Yeah, it is. We're just very sweaty over here. Very excited about this result. I honestly did not know how it was going to turn out against apple pie, which is, as people have said, and I believe Gurky has turned me against pumpkin pie now.
Yeah.
Apple pie is the far superior pie, and so it was a close game. But the winner and apple pie played honorably. They're very classy sports pie.
Yeah.
Very classy sports pie. Yeah, we're just very excited, and we're just looking forward to next year.
Oh no, Ryan, look out behind you. Oh, there's the Gatorade. Oh, we got to shoot the Gatorade. Ryan, oh no, you're covered in it. You're covered in it. We must now go to, let's go to the losers. Let's go to losers. Let's go to me. Real quick, I just want to say, I want to congratulate Ryan Bradford on a game well played. They won it. They did everything they needed to get victory out there. But I just want to say one thing. I had a crust that never broke in the oven. That, when we pulled it out, perfectly flaky. The apples played the entire game with a broken stem. Didn't matter to them. They hit the field and they baked together to give one of the greatest performances that I'll ever see. And they will be proudly served on my table next year at Thanksgiving. I want to congratulate Ryan Bradford. That's all I have to say about the matter. Wow. Wow.
Hey, question from. Wait, what's going on here?
No,
Press conference isn't over.
Oh, you want to go press conference? We got a press conference. Go ahead. Do you have a question for Ryan? Or me?
Question from Washed Up Sports Announcers magazine. I think it's safe to say Bert Turkin has called his last Thanksgiving match, but it's really been a storied career for him, and I think we'd all like to congratulate him. Would you like to reflect on his now over, completely dead career?
Listen, I want to say something real quick. I think Bert Turkin's a legend, and I don't think he's going anywhere, to be frank. I hope he broadcasts another how many food championships. I think he's going to be around KTRD Sports for a while. So I think you better watch your mouth right there, because I think he's one of the best out there, and you're not going to see him retire anytime soon. No more questions. No more questions. We must have
Wait, one more question.
One more question.
From Phil Lyman from American Mom and Apple Pie Magazine. How do you think your mom feels about you letting America down?
Listen, I just got a text from my mom. She said, I've never been more disappointed in anyone in my life than my own son. And so I feel pretty bad about it. So no more questions. No more questions.
Oh, no.
Wait, one more question.
All right. Question for Danny.
Question. Say, hey, Danny from Step Stool Little Man Sports. I was just from all of us here, we just want to send the best wishes to Bert Turkin, that we hope that he eventually can get part-time custody back with his kids.
Oh, jeez. Listen, I'm not here to answer all these questions for Bert Turkin. I did not know he was having legal issues, but I will note that, and we will hope that he gets help.
You did just defend him on the record.
I've got a quote from his ex-partner here, and she states, Bert seems to be a product of his time and needs to adjust his attitude before we come back to the table about custody.
Listen, I find it very confusing. I'm a coach who just lost.
Because that's the same thing they said about his contract renegotiation.
Listen, I'm just a coach that lost the biggest game of my life. I don't know why you're asking all these Bert Turkin questions. Ryan, you had a question?
Yes, this is Jason Biggs from American Pie, the movie magazine. What are you gonna do with that pie?
Listen, Jason, that pie needs to spend about 4 hours in the cold tank before you get close to it. All right, so you just relax. All right, let that body heal before you go to town on it. All right, Jason. Disgusting. You're a filthy animal. And this is the real Jason Briggs. We just got a real text from him, so that's really him. People, no more questions. We must end this broadcast on the KTRD Sports. The final word goes to our loved and admired sideline reporter who's guided us through the whole thing. Bert, Bert Turkin, could you really give us the final thoughts on the whole game here, please?
Oh, I don't know why it said that, Ryan. There we go. Just cleared that little thing out of my voice there. What a game. America's game, food competition. We saw the highlights of what America's best at and worst. The best, friendly competition. Ingenuity in the kitchen. Gathering together as people. The worst side of America was also on display. Jeremy Matthews. But that's not going to get in the way of a future. A future where Turducken will be the highlight and hero for all the kids out there playing hopscotch and slides or whatever the fuck they do on playgrounds now. But speaking of kids on playgrounds, Johnny, when I come by school, it's okay to give Bert a hug. No matter what your mom says, it's okay to give your old pops a hug. And I'm going to see you real soon. Just like I'll see the rest of you sports fans out of the next competition at KTRD stadiums. For all those here involved, we want to thank you for being a part of the longest sports match since cricket. We'll be back next time. Bert Turkin sign off from KTRD stadiums.
It's over, gentlemen.
That guy's a freaking pro, man.
How he handles all those things.
Are we off the air?
Well, KTRD Sports. We're here. This is actually a Limp Bizkit crew, the after show of so we back to Polyester Blend Limp Bizkit crew, but KTRD Sports signed off. So we are back in a sense.
We're going to do the relic now then.
Unfortunately, this is not the actual Polyester Blend, but I was told that the relic will be discussed maybe next week on Polyester Blend. So I just want to say in the Limp Bizkit crew right now that no, we will not get to Relic. We will discuss the Relic 1997 movie next week, hopefully on Polyester Blend. But I'm glad you brought it up, Jeremy, because we got Fables done. So proud of all you guys. We, next week, is Holiday Joke-a-thon. Remember? We talked about wanting to do a roast. Remember, Ryan? Like a Clayton roast. We came up with a theme, and the theme is any holiday jokes. Okay, so next week, holiday jokes. But what am I seeing on my screen right now, Jeremy?
Oh, yeah, the NSPS show.
Just the NSPS Holiday Spectacular.
I love it.
With Rachel Jenkins, Midnight Jaguars, and Hearts Full.
Well, I mean, let's do this.
December 22nd, so a week from Friday. In between that, this Saturday is my birthday party. You should definitely come. It's at the DLC in Quarters in downtown Salt Lake City.
I think I have zero plans this weekend, so we should be.
Well, you got plans now.
It's next weekend.
Well, my birthday's this weekend, though.
Oh.
Birthday this Saturday, NSPS Holiday Spectacular the day after.
Wow, this is...
And we're going to watch that Christmas movie, The Relic, for your birthday?
Just a second. Schlegel,
we're going to watch it in the cold outside in my driveway.
Oh, my God. I love it.
Schlegel, did you just say you have nothing planned this weekend?
Oh, shit, do I have something?
You want to double check your calendar there?
Oh yeah, never mind. I'll get to that after as I don't want that to be out on the rest of the world. I forgot about that part, so I'll have to remember that.
Is it on?
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this after us. All right. All I want to say is this. I love that we're trying to experiment on the show, come up with different things we could do. I love the old standby. We're going to come back to them. I just wanted to try some new things. I think it's been fun. And I love you guys for being just super on top of and being on board for trying weird ways that we can go with this show. It's fun. We haven't done this in a long time. So next week, we're going to end the show right now. But next week, we're going to do Joke-a-thon, all holiday themed jokes for whatever you want to do. We'll do jokes. We're going to bring back the Utah Cities quiz. We're going to bring back a Mary Worth, and we're going to do Point of Order. We're going to end the year because that'll be the last broadcast of 2023, guys. So the next Monday would be Christmas, and the following Monday after that is New Year's Day. So we will be off the air for almost half a month, more than that. So it'll be the big end of year spectacular next week on Polyester Blend. Be prepared. We will all be there. Hang out if you guys want to keep hanging out, but we're going to end the live broadcast. No sing-along. We're just going to end it. And I want to say I love you all. Great fables. See you next time.
Don't trust Whitey.
Don't trust Whitey is the end of the main moral of Polyester Blend. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you down the road. End of broadcast now. That was fun. Way to go, you guys.
Yeah, that was...